What's going on, Cubs fam? We are back for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. We're still waiting for the road ahead. But while we wait for the road ahead, we got another 3v3 round to get stoked for. And to help you guys get stoked for this next round of 3v3, I'm going to be giving you 10 underrated relics that work fan-freaking-tastic in 3v3. And to discuss this subject, I brought on somebody who played so much Halo in his life that he has no friends. His name is Gridden. What's going on, Gridden?
Oh my, this is the most brutal welcome intro ever.
If anyone wants context, on my Twitch stream yesterday, Gridden lit me the freak up in Halo 2.
I'm not doing this video. This man's mean to me.
All right. Okay. So we're just going to me now. So I'm going to talk about the list. No, I was just playing. All right. Talking about the top 3v3 underrated relics. This is a numbered list, not a ranked list. So they're in no particular order. And then be sure to stop by later today on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/CubsFanHon, to see some Gridden beating up on me on Halo. Do you want to play Halo again today?
Yeah, dude. No, definitely. I would love to.
He's so good. He's so good at this game. So, all right, let's get into it. Here we go. Oops, let's move over here. All right, starting with number 10. Gridden, I want you to talk to us about why this one's on here. We got Clone Wars Chewie in at number 10. Now, we're not talking specific teams, but Clone Wars Chewie actually has some pretty good leadership potential in 3v3.
He really does. So it's actually,
we're being serious.
as much of a meme as Clone Wars Chewie is.
Yeah.
If you look at his leadership, it gives you guys the bonus defense and the chance to gain defense up and whatever else it is in there. Yeah. Chewie up at Relic actually is thick. Mine's at 100. Mine's Relic 7. I lost a bet.
He's a thick boy.
He is a thick boy. Mine is sitting at 130,000 health.
Holy. So
yeah.
I've got mine pulled up on screen right now. Mine has a whopping 19,000 health.
Oh boy, wow.
Yeah, so Barasafi could take him out in 2 turns.
Yeah. Just wet noodle attack him to death.
Yeah, I think the last time I put gear on him was probably 2015. But I don't
blame you.
You've got him up there, and he's getting holds for you, isn't he?
Yep. So I threw him down. Actually, ironically, that's very ironic you mentioned Barris. I actually did the Clone Wars Chewie lead with Barris and Vandor, I think is the third one.
Okay.
That I threw in there. Or
dude,
which,
that team is basically just like, come and suffer with me. Here, come fight this team and suffer. That's what that team is. Because nobody wants, and this is why I love 3v3. It's painful. I had one of the most painful streams I've ever had. Today, while we're filming this, it's today. For you guys, it'll be yesterday. But I just like how deep into your roster you sometimes go, and how there's teams like this where you're just like, I don't want to take CLS against this, I don't want to take this against this, but the team is stout enough that you get trapped, and so that team right there is a trap.
Yep, 100% trap team, because Vandor can revive Chewie because he's a scoundrel. So let's say you happen to kill Chewie after forever through the Zaris heals. Vandor can just revive him, and then one of his abilities is recovering 50% health. So then he basically gets back to full health almost instantly. Very obnoxious team.
Obnoxious. You got a Zeta on him too?
I do.
Oh man. Let's see.
Zeta, Relic 7.
Zeta's on Wookiee Rage? No. Where's his Zeta? I don't have his. Oh, I need to have him level. I don't have him leveled up enough to even get the Zeta right now. So
it's such a bad Zeta. It's something about he gains bonus turn meter.
Yeah. It looks like it's 25% turn meter gain. Here, I'll put it back on screen. 25% turn meter gain, chance. 10% heal and dispel all buffs from himself. Yeah, so the Zeta maybe not as necessary, but anyway, so Clone Wars Chewbacca coming in at number 10 on our not ranked list. All of these are equal. We love all these characters equally. All right, number 9. Speaking of, I got Barasafi on the list. Barasafi. Now, it used to be a meme on the channel. I think it's probably less emphasized now, but if you've been with my channel since the very beginning, I have profound hatred for Barasafi, the character, not in the game, but in the lore. Barris is here. She's a character you've been running with Clone Wars Chewbacca. But I think something that is more important is not necessarily running her with Clone Wars Chewbacca, but just anywhere you decide to put her. There's a lot of places you could put her. She gets thick at the Relic, And if you can't get her out, she's going to make that whole team just so insanely survivable.
Oh my, it's so just today. I mean, it's a little bit more extreme when you throw on, Galactic Legends, but I was trying to go up against Galactic Legend Ray with Xeris, and it was a Relic 7 Xeris. And my General Skywalker couldn't touch this person with those heals from her Zeta. I was like, it was driving me nuts. I was like, I'm not doing anything.
Well, Anakin shouldn't be touching Barriss. He's committed to somebody else. So I think that kind of makes sense, Gridden. You pervert. All right, let's get. I'm still salty that Gridden clinged my clock in Halo. All right, number 8, we got Nice Sister Spirit. Now, out of a lot of these characters, I'm gonna be honest. Our list here that Grid and I put together probably has a bit of a defensive bias. A lot of these characters are great to set on defense. Nice Sister Spirit is one of those that she'd work on defense, but I think you want to hold her for offense. She can come in absolutely clutch. In fact, my Nice Sister Spirit, who's not Relic, she's at gear 12, but at Relic it's so much more profound. She was the defining factor in why I was able to win today, because she got Malik out for me. The stun lock just over and over again, getting her stunned. I had Daka lead with Nice Sister Spirit. Stun, 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 stun. Good damage, and it would have been a lot quicker with Relic. You can take out a lot of characters with Nice Sister Spirit at Relic.
And so the crazy thing about her, she, like you mentioned, she works on both offense and defense. With offense, you can well time an attack with her and just drop someone. I mean, she can hit for almost 100,000. I've seen the Relic 7s that are dropping, 100,000 plus. It's insane. And on defense, it's the same thing. It's that sneaky little, you're just like doing your thing, and all of a sudden, Spirit just drops his bomb on you, and you're like, well, my character got deleted. So another fantastic one.
Yep. Nice Sister Spirit is amazing. She's one of those characters that I really wish I had at Relic, and I think something that we want to call out on this list, we're talking underrated, and a lot of these characters are going to be characters that you just don't get a chance to farm anymore if you're chasing the meta, and if you have a time to take a break and not chase the meta for a bit, like this, what I'm doing. I'm not going for Galactic Legends. These are the characters for you. All right, let's get to number 7 on our list. I really like number 7. We got Sith Assassin. Now, let me tell you why I'm putting Sith Assassin on here. This was my choice. So, for 3v3 in particular, I don't know about you, but I keep running into these scenarios where I need one extra Sith, right?
Yes.
Because I've got them all carved out in other teams, and then I'll just kind of make my last makeshift Sith team. And if Relic Sith Assassin can deal fantastic damage and be that last Sith that you need for the deep roster. These are the characters that are going to be great to have for that back wall on offense.
Yes. Yep, very much so. Very well-rounded character. I mean, she has turn meter boost. She attacks under protection, so that you got that sneaky little strategy of like use Thrawn with Sith Assassin to take out a nest.
Yes.
You just attack underneath. You got stuns. There's a lot of turn meter manipulation in her kit. Fantastic one to throw out there. And I love, I've played on some accounts that have like the gear 12 or even Relic ones. And next thing you know, just shock someone gets deleted. Or that shock with the stun, the turn meter manipulation. Fantastic character.
This is a character that you can get a lot of use out of, especially in 3v3 Grand Arena taking a Relic. Unlike a character like, I don't know, Resistance Pilot or Rose Tico.
Sensing the salt.
I need that meme to just come up of me just like dropping the salt. All right, number 6, we got Enfys Nest. Speaking of the devil, you've been calling the shot on this list. Are you peeking? Are you cheating? You're screen peeking, aren't you?
I'm screen peeking. You got me.
I was criticizing Gridden of screen peeking, even though he's like 100 miles away from me or what. No, not. You're like, wait, hold up. No, you're in Colorado. You're like 1,000 miles away from me.
Yeah, we're pretty,
but you were still probably screen. You got a camera in here somewhere. I'm gonna find it.
Don't look into it.
No, Nest. Okay, let me get my logic behind Nest, and I want to hear your thoughts on Nest. I wouldn't say Nest is an underrated character in the sense that everybody knows she's good and everybody knows she's good at Relic, right? The reason why I'm putting her on this list is because nobody's farming Nest right now. Because everybody's got so many other characters to farm, and Nest doesn't fit anywhere right now. But if you take the time to get Nest into the Relic territory, and you ramp up her tenacity, she can be absolutely immovable unless you have a strategy like the aforementioned Sith Assassin Thrawn gig or Annihilate. Now I think Mando might be a great opportunity to counter Nest. But when she's at Relic, you really get into that territory where you have to have that insta defeat. Or someone hit under.
She is up there in some of those top plug and play characters, in my opinion. You can really, I mean, back in the day, you used her with Traya. Like, it's just, she has such a unique kit that makes her so obnoxious to deal with, that forces you to use something better to get through her. And I couldn't agree more. Up in the relics, oh my goodness, she is just insane. And when you get into 3v3 and you have to throw a good unit at her, that gets obnoxious sometimes. Just this last UAC, mine held for, I want to say it's 14 battles.
14.
I have a relic 5. 14 battles.
Wait, you have a relic 5 Nest?
Yeah, as Kira, Nest, and L3.
You know, I'd rather have your relic Nest than your Halo skills. Just saying. I would. All right, number 5 is Vandor Chewbacca. Vandor is one that a lot of people, this used to be a very hot defensive character, right?
Yes.
But then we had Gas, we had Malik, we had Galactic Legends, and like Nest, he doesn't really fit anywhere in our farming priorities now. But dude, what can Vandor Chewbacca do for you on defense?
I mean, we have 3 of these characters on here that have held some of the most amount of times for me so far, which is Clone Wars Chewie, Barriss, and Vandor.
this is your list. You read my mind here. You gave me a few ideas here, but I think I put Vandor on here. But
that was you.
You endorsed it.
That is, 100%. He's such an interesting kit. His attack is based off of his health, or has a bonus with his health.
Yep.
And he's just one of those characters that I don't even know the extent of his kit because it gets kind of complicated, so to speak. But there's so much like health and protection regeneration, and there's so much stuff going on. And next thing you know, someone gets revived, and you're like, crap, I forgot about Vandor. And then he's a great all-around character.
And you know what? He's great from a defensive perspective. I think that's going to be the ideal place to put him, especially when you get that Zeta ability on him that's going to revive, which is that could just be an over and over and over deal. But I've used him on offense too, Gridden. And again, as a back wall character, I tend to not put him on defense because mine's only gear 11, and I don't even have his shards because I just never got a chance to farm him before I got slapped with all these requirements. But dude, if you have him at Relic, I think people underestimate not just what Vandor does on a defensive perspective from like reviving and stuff, but how thick this boy is. He's thick. He gets so thick, and there's so much healing in his kit. You put him with the right team, and he's very, very hard to take out. So I think Vandor Chewbacca is probably one of out of everyone on this list, I would say probably one of the most underrated characters to take to Relic.
I would agree because, I mean, so far how we know, like with Nest, like everyone's like, we know about Nest, and we know how annoying Barriss can be. We know Spirit can hit hard and so on and so forth. But with Vandor, there's a lot of people who are still like, that'd be cool to get him sometime. And you're like, you're missing out.
That'd be cool. I'll tell you what, if you see a Relic Vandor, I'd be shaking. All right, number 4.
I don't think I've come against one.
No, I don't think I've ever seen a Relic Vandor. Bossk is number 4. Now, this is kind of also fitting in that category of not a lot of people are able to farm bounty hunters right now. I am really high on... Now, tell me if I'm biased or not on this grid, and I'll let you be the judge, but Bossk is my most recent Relic. I took him to Relic recently. I'm really happy about my bounty hunters right now. It's kind of like my middle finger. It's like my little rebellious teenager. I'm rebelling against my parents over at CG. I'm not doing what they're telling me to do, and I'm going up and I'm farming my bounty hunters. Suck it. And I'm really happy about Bossk, but here's why I've got him here, because Bossk was the sole reason I lost to Grand Arena recently, because there was nothing I could do to get through this thick bastard. There was nothing I could do. So am I biased, or do you think he deserves to be there?
He deserves it for sure. He's one of those characters. I mean, Bossk, like, single-handedly with his Zetas took the bounty hunters to the next level with that insane amounts of health regeneration protection, especially in a 3v3, man. If you can't get him down quick enough, he's just going to get all of his health and protection back, and then you just sit there. You're stuck. I mean, there's obviously, like, some of the top metas can get through him kind of no problem. But But when you start waning down into those, back wall team, tier B, tier C, you're kind of running low. Like if you don't have something to get through them, you're going to get stuck.
Yeah,
you won't be able to get through.
stuck, and that's exactly what happened to me, and why I love him for 3v3 underrated relics, because you get into thick parts of your roster, and you've only got 3 characters to manage him with. And so even if you're taking what you're used to using against Bossk, you can get caught behind him pretty quick. Even CLS Han and Chewie might have a hard time getting through him unless you've got them pretty well reliced up. You get his speed up there. Right now I've got 110 speed added to him. I'd kind of like to add a little bit more. He's at 281 speed. If he gets that taunt off before the battle starts, watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out.
I took I can't remember the exact team it was, but I went up. It was a 313 Bossk.
Oh my gosh.
And it just didn't dawn on me when I started the battle. And then all of a sudden, just boom, he took the turn first. And I was like, oh no.
I'm not. Oh no. I'm dead. It's kind of like that feeling I had every time that I respawned in Halo and I saw you. I was like, no, I'm dead. Here he comes. All right, let's get to the next one on the list. We have got number 3, which is Dooku. I do not understand why more people don't take Dooku up to high gear. This guy, he used to be the most annoying character in the game, and at Relic, I think he might be able to make that case again.
He is returning as one of those most annoying characters. He, especially with kind of how they reworked his kit to give a bonus, with stuns and ability blocks and shocks. And then he throw in his Zeta with the damage immunity, recovery and protection. Then you put him underneath the Newt lead, and then just goes insane. Yeah, he is.
Makashi, he just Makashi's all over your face, dude.
A super annoying team. People used Newt with Dooku and Nest, and now obviously we know about Newt with Nest, but in the 3v3 sense, Newt and Dooku are constantly stealth. You have basically a forced taunt with Nest, and you can never do anything.
Combine that with a relic Nest.
Exactly. It's just it's a nightmare.
Yep, especially in 3v3. So Dooku, all right, don't sleep on Dooku. And I think a lot of people probably aren't using him with Sith anymore. I think he's almost everybody I feel like is using him with Separatists and Newt. So, all right, number 2 is Zaalbar.
That's our third.
Wookiee.
Oh my goodness, Wookiee on the list.
We've got 3 Wookiees on the list. Okay, there's a theme here. Wookiees are good to take to Relic, apparently.
They are.
Zaalbar is one of those characters as well, especially in 3v3. I think we get used to fighting a lot of these heavy tanks with 5 characters. When you only have 3 characters, it is so much easier for you to get caught behind a character like this. And he's always going to be with mission in almost every scenario I can consider. And so he's a tank that can deal some pretty quick damage to your team, and if you get down to 2v3, you're screwed against Zaalbar. You will not get through this boy.
Yeah, and it's like almost like even if you're gonna you would win, you might time out still, right? Because he just takes forever to kill. And I love how they incorporated Zaalbar's kit to be such an amazing tank. Yeah. But then have such good offensive abilities with mission. Paired with mission, he's effectively an offensive unit as well, because he has counter chance, and then he's going to call mission.
So even though he's a tank, along with it, so he armor shreds for mission. Her grenades are going to be a little bit more effective, and
yep. He's an awesome character, especially up in Relics. So thick. Amazing character.
This is a thick boy. Can we get a thick boy in the chat for Zaalbar and for Vandor Chewbacca and for Colmor's Chewie? And just, you know what? Just do actually for Gridden. Get it for Gridden. He's a thick boy. All right, number 1 on the list is Palpatine. Now, I hesitated putting Palpatine on the list because he's needed for Galactic Legends. But I do not feel like many people appreciate how much damage Palpatine can sling, and in 3v3, put him with Malak and with Bastila Fallen, and I'm convinced this is one of the best defensive teams in the game. And you will. I've been placing it without the relic on Palpatine, and it's got to hold every time. Absolutely insane.
It basically, I mean, it's that specific team combo right there basically forces a General Skywalker. So if you could then throw out, a Darth Revan team, which obviously you could make, and then you just use, Darth Revan with the other Sith Empire there, or some other team composition, like they are gonna be pressed hard for teams. But that almost forces a General Skywalker, and that's such a good team. And then Palpatine, especially up in those relics.
Palpatine? Paul? I heard Paul Patine, like Paul, and then Patine. Is his first name Paul? Are we gonna call Palpatine Paul now?
Yeah, it's Paul. Paul.
Here, I can edit the graphic live right now. Here we go. Paul Patine. There we go. Paul Patine. There we go. We got it updated. Okay, everyone.
You heard it here first.
Paul Patine.
Grin 2020.
Paul Patine is number 1. All right, everyone, go ahead and let us know what you think down in the comments below. Are any of these characters catching your attention as a character you might want to relic up for the next round of 3v3? Let us know. We would be very much helped to be very happy to be of assistance, to be of help. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Gridden, anything else you want to say before we end this godforsaken video?
No, man. It's just, as always, it's a pleasure to be on the video, and I look forward to beating your butt at Halo later today.
Oh, okay, everyone. Jump on over to Twitch. By the time this video goes live, I will be streaming in, let's see, 4 hours from now when it goes live, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We start with Galaxy of Heroes all the time, and then we move on to DSA, and then after that, if there's time, Gridden will show me how much time he spent on Halo as a kid.
Way too much.
Way too much. I thought I spent a lot. All right, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for the video. And as always, my brothers, don't forget,